Welcome to today's discussion. Today we're going to cover leadership and management, and this video presentation is going to be done in two parts. So we are basically going to cover part 1 and part 2 to avoid the video presentation being too long. So let us quickly go into highlights in our today's task or objective. So we have A1, define the following terms. Define leadership, then A2, define management. B1, outline 3 ways through which people become leaders, and also B2, discuss any 4 leadership styles that you're going to use. We are also going to discuss C and D in part 2. So under C, we have discuss any 5 functions of management that you're going to use to perform as a ward manager. Lastly, D, outline 5 principles of management according to Henry Fayol. So let us discuss part 1, which is going to be composed of A and B. So our first task or objective was to discuss or define leadership. So basically, leadership is defined as a process whereby an individual influences a group to achieve a common goal. Our next key definition was management. So management is basically defined as a process of planning, organizing, leading, and also controlling the work of organizational members, and also utilizing resources to reach the stated organizational goals. Ensure that you have understood and also taken note of key concepts in the definitions of terms. We are going to move to our next question, which was B1. So under B1, we have outline 3 ways through which we become leaders. And the following are the answers. So we have answer number 1 being the trait theory. So the trait theory basically states that people are either born or not born with qualities that predisposes them to success in leadership roles. So this is very much certain inherited qualities such as personality and also cognitive ability are that also predisposes an individual to become an effective leader. So some personality traits might also lead people naturally into leadership roles. The next answer was the great events theory. So under the great event theory, this is where basically a crisis or an important event may cause a person to rise to an occasion which brings out extraordinary leadership in an ordinary person. So a typical example would be, for example, you're having mulipa road trip nangu muleya mulifepa musebo, you as a public health nurse, you're traveling either somewhere, then for instance you have an RTA. So parapene hepatic accident, basically you as a health professional, or in Angola a health practitioner, you decide to take up the leadership role to ensure that first aid is basically given to people abachenekwe nangula bali mu situation yakwe batole agents critical medical attention. So basically you, by virtue of you doing that, you're basically fitting into the great event theory. Our next answer is the transformational or process leadership theory. So this theory basically states that people can choose to become leaders and also learn leadership skills. So this is the mostly widely acceptable theory today, and is mostly used in almost all areas of the concept of leadership. So we're now going to look at B2. So under B2, that's where we have discuss any 4 leadership styles that you're going to use. So basically this question has multiple, Nangula has got different answers. So we're going to begin with democratic leadership style. So democratic leadership style is defined as follows. This is basically a style which encourages team members to participate in the decisions which needs to be made. So it creates a form of shared leadership where each team member is invited to share their knowledge, experience, or opinion about a project or a particular solution. So basically, democratic leadership is an organizational involvement that ensures that there is redistribution of power and also authority between employees and managers to provide employee involvement in decision making. So it basically encourages employees to be part of the decision making process So this is why democratic leadership is very much effective, because there is that respect of individual opinion. Our next leadership style is the dictatorship leadership style. So under the dictatorship leadership style, it is a style of leadership where there is always personal control by the leader or manager over the decision-making process for the team. It is one in which the manager or leader retains power, decision-making, authority, goal setting, and also control, as well as assumes full responsibility for all actions. Our next leadership style is a bureaucratic leadership style. So under bureaucratic leadership style, this is where the manager rules Nangula manages by the book. So everything is basically done according to procedure or policy. Last but not the least, we also have laissez-faire or free reign or delegative leadership style. So under this type of leadership style, the leader is only a figurehead, so he or she does not give any directive. So a free reign leader does not lead but leaves the group entirely to itself. So the leader basically leaves workers without direction, supervision, or coordination. Such a leader allows maximum freedom to subordinates to ensure that their full specialization is utilized effectively. So this basically marks the end of part 1. Kindly tune in to part 2. If you have any questions or any queries, kindly leave a comment in the comment box below.